Lopez Island is a small rural community, fairly remote because you can only get here by getting on a ferry that takes about 45 minutes. Lopez Community Land Trust started in 1989 when housing went up 189% in 1 year. And a group of us who lived and worked on the island looked at one another and said, wow, we're going to be priced out of living in the place we love. So we looked around for models of how can we build housing in a way that's affordable and remains affordable so people behind us who are working people would also be able to have a place to live.
It was a new concept and people didn't understand it, and therefore fear often fills that void.
Immediately the challenge was, oh, we're talking poor people here. We've got the stereotypes of dead cars in the yard.
But after a while we realized there was momentum starting to build and people were starting to change their mind. These people are hardworking, they're building beautiful homes, and they're creating community. All of those things are universal.
A community land trust preserves land, but for use by the community. And in the case of our organization, we preserve land for use by the community by using it for affordable housing, to support sustainable agriculture and energy renewal.
From the very beginning, we introduced this concept of sweat equity. First of all, it was very expensive to hire all of this out, and we just really didn't have the money. But secondly, people needed to know how to build their houses so they knew how to repair their houses. It's very powerful. I participated in building not just my own house, but my neighbors' houses.
Common Ground housing project is actually run as a co-op, and through that process we are financially tied together and we built our houses together. There was something really magical in the process of building our houses. It was like my heart grew 2 sizes bigger. After the building process, I was more able to think more collectively. There's something really refreshing about that.
Once people get stable housing through Lopez Community Land Trust, I see, well, 4 outcomes. It becomes an incubator for increased businesses. People volunteer for local nonprofits. They serve on county committees. And it becomes a safe place for children to live in neighborhoods with one another. People just simply are able to take leadership because they're not worried about where they're going to be spending the night.
When we found ourselves in this house, we could have treated it like a rental, or we decided we could treat it as an investment in our future and make it our home. When we did that, it gave us that foundation to be able to, invest in our business, invest in our children, invest in, our health and well-being. And I have no doubt that Blossom would not be what it is now if it had not been for that stability then.
Once people have affordable housing, their business and business opportunities, their work opportunities really are able to grow and thrive. And that's something we never even imagined when we began.
Our very first affordable housing project was completed in 1992. We now have 37 homes, and we're building 3 more. Other things have spawned out of our organization beyond housing. When we started supporting sustainable agriculture, we ended up with the very first USDA-approved mobile slaughter unit. We co-founded the Farm to School program for the kids. We started a seed library. We started Lopez Fresh. We are starting to get into energy renewal. We didn't want people in affordable housing to pay these enormous energy prices for their heat in the future.
Well, my home is a small compact home with great passive solar design. Living here, I feel makes me a better mom because my passion really is sustainability and climate change, and I feel I am living a no regret life. I am doing my part to model for my kids about being active, being an engaged citizen in this community.
I think the Lopez Community Land Trust has impacted this island in many ways. It's allowed young families to thrive, to have affordable housing, and with that economic stability to then go out and dream their dreams.
I think the Land Trust has given us a chance to have something that everyone ought to have in their home, which is a stable and reasonable home for a reasonable amount of work and energy and effort.
Meg Wheatley says there's nothing more powerful than a community discovering what it cares about. And I think that's what people notice when they come here.
One thing that I love about living here is that trust in the goodness of people.
We have to live in a community that takes care of one another.